diamonds on my neck. Gold in my girl and I'm riding with a flex. Holla at the club 'cause the diamonds on my neck. Gold in my girl and I'm riding with a flex. Gold in my girl, I gotta holla at the club.
Diamonds on your neck, gold on your grill. K9 in Copville. We've been planning it. We've been thinking about it. We've been talking about it. And today you can lose all your money because we are doing locks with Copville and K9. What's up, my dog?
Yo, what's up, OG?
We got some big games today. We got some sucker bet games today. I see 1, 2, 3 games with double-digit lines. So we got some. That's where you put the 10-point teaser and you get the favorite loses by 30. I've been on the other end of that one a couple times. So let's talk about the games and we'll bring up some prop bets and stuff. So I'm gonna go right down the line from what I got, and Giants and Lions. Tough one today. Lions are the Lions are minus 13.5.
Yep.
Yep. You want to explain the line? Anybody who might be watching now has no idea how to lose their money. What is the line?
Okay, so the line is what Vegas is saying is going to happen. So, for example, they have the Lions at minus 13.5. They're predicting that the Lions are going to probably win by 13.5, which is impossible. So that makes it harder for you as a gambler to bet on. Is it going to go to that 14? Are they going to win by 2 touchdowns? Or are they not going to be able to cover that 13.5?
Yeah.
So
it's bad. It's a sucker bet.
Yes. Very.
Odds are better when you have that. Let me get comments. Let me pull these up. Justin, what's up, dog? All right. So yeah. So if you were to bet if you bet the Lions plus 13.5 and the Lions win by 13, you lose. There's no half point. And if the Lions win by 14, you win.
Right.
Okay. You think they ever fix any games to make it come out just right?
No, never. Especially with all the gambling accusations we've had going on.
If there's any rookies, here's what else they do. The line comes out like right after the week. Like next week, Thursday's games for next week, the Thanksgiving games are already out. So what Vegas does is they put the line out and they start to see the betting trend. They're like, oh boy, everybody's betting on the Lions on let's say next week. Right. So then they start moving the line. And they're never going to lose. They start moving the line so that they took a bunch of money. Let's say they took a bunch of money on the Giants plus 13.5. They're like, man, everybody's thinking the Giants are in a cover. So let's move that line a little bit. And then they move it down and they come down to like whatever. And then people start betting on the Lions to cover. I'm sorry. And so then they're like, okay, so now we got $1 billion bet on the Giants plus 13. Now they move the line down and a bunch of people bet on Detroit plus minus 10. So now Vegas has all their money covered where they can't take a substantial loss. And then they hope it goes one way or another because one side bets more than the other. But Vegas always wins.
They do. I've never been there, but it looks like a really nice place. It looks like they have a lot of money there.
Yeah, I went there once, and I went to the Circa, and they have that 3-story indoor. It's bananas. I mean, it is sick. All right, second game of the week we have is the Pats and Bengals. The Bengals are getting 7.5 at home. I think that's an easy one.
Yeah, well, all week everybody was talking about Joe Burrow coming back.
Is he back?
No, he's not going to play today.
So I think we both agree. If we're taking the line, I believe the Lions are going to cover. What do you think?
The 13.5?
Yeah. In Detroit.
Oh, man. 13.5 is a lot of points in the NFL. So college football, it's not as big of a deal. But, yeah, if I had to pick one, I'd probably go Lions minus 13.5.
You're going to take them to cover as well.
Yeah, the Lions are due for a win.
They had a rough stretch there where the coach went for it on 4th down like 10 times or something in the game. And
yeah, typical Dan Campbell fashion.
All right. I'll pull this up for anybody who wonders like where I get this from. This is on Hard Rock Bet. This is the local betting site. So if you look,
is that a good app?
It is. Delete it here frequently. If you can see my balance, it's 0. Balance is 0 over there. But I pulled up my. And for
how many times have you deleted it?
I deleted it once or twice. So for some reason, my laptop location must be something crazy because it won't verify. God. It won't verify my location to let me log all in. But if you take a look at this number here, it says balance 0.0 0-0. So and that red mark up there might mean I owe them money. I might have to send them a check. But that's where I'm getting my lines from today is Hard Rock Bet down here in Florida. So
Oh man.
my son Michael bets a lot, and after a big loss, he says it's it. He deleted it. He deleted the app off his phone.
Yeah, because when you delete it, you have the option to where you can make it so they never let you back on, like almost like Gamblers Anonymous type stuff. And that's what he did. So now he can never even log on it.
Yeah, you can actually go in the app and click a button, and it bans you from the app because for gambling purposes.
You think some people do it and then they like contact customer service and get it back on?
I was at the local poker room down in Port St. Lucie about 2 months ago, and this guy was down probably $1,200, $1,500, and he screamed at the management he wanted the form, and they brought the trespassing form over that he can actually sign so that he can't come back. And he like took it and he's writing on it. He's screaming, "I was fucking place," and he's writing on it. And then he puts like his bet down. He bets one more hand anyway, and he bets like we're playing the ultimate hold'em, and the top bet is pairs. If you have pairs in your hand, or ace king, ace jack, ace king, and then pair of aces is like 50-1. He had like $30 bet up there. He's fuck this play, and the pair of aces came in his hand. So he handed the form back to the lady. Not here with the form. He won like fucking couple hundred, like like $1,000 on that bet. He was back. But for a minute there, he was going to get rid of himself out of the poker room. So, all right, Pats at Bengals. I think this is. I'm going to go with the Patriots to cover the 7. They're playing outstanding football, and no Joe Burrow. It is in Cincinnati, but I'm going with the Pats to cover.
Yeah, I am as well. If Joe Burrow came back, I think that team would have been remotivated, but I just think at this point they're just unmotivated. Flacco is what it is. He's past his prime, obviously. And the Pats, man, they're on a roll. Now the Pats have had some easy wins. They've played some easy teams, but when you're winning all these games, and Drake May, people are saying might be the MVP.
Drake May. There was some jokes at the beginning of the season where people were drafting him number 1 in fantasy, and he's turned out to be he's playing good ball.
Yeah, he is playing good.
All right, so Mike has the Lions. K9 has the Lions. We both have the Pats to cover. All right, game 3. Vikings at Green Bay. Green Bay -6. That's a real sucker bet there.
It is. Green Bay's missing one of their best players as well. They're missing Josh Jacobs. They're all pro running back. Obviously, Jaden Reed's still out.
So they're division game. They're always tough.
Yep.
I'm going to take the Vikings to cover 6. I'm going to take the Vikings +6.
This could be bad because I'm also taking the Vikings +6.
Okay, if you're at home, as we read these off, you should be on your Hard Rock app bet or DraftKings betting the other game as we go. I'm just telling you, it's like so far we agree on all 3. So you have a good parlay going. You should take the Giants, the Giants, Bengals, and Viking or Packers in a parlay. You'll be a millionaire.
Yeah, or I mean, if you just wanted to do the money lines, now the payout's obviously not going to be as good, but if your parlay's big enough, the money lines will be fine.
Yeah, you get more odds on taking the spread, but money line pays less. I mean, I would take the Packers at home in the money line, but I'm going to take the Vikings with the picks. Okay.
Here's another thing I wanted to add to that. I really like, since Josh Jacobs is out, I like Emmanuel Wilson. He's going to be the starting running back. He has an anytime touchdown odd at -150.
Let me go there.
I would really actually like that as a prop.
Vikings player props, anytime TD.
Emmanuel Wilson.
So we're going down to the Packers. I don't even see him on here.
I got him right here on touchdowns, anytime touchdowns.
Yeah, hold on.
Well, I can't really see it on my phone, but
he's way. Okay, he's -150 on this.
Yeah, -150. Yeah, that's what he is on mine. Yeah, he's filling in for Josh Jacobs.
So he's favored to. You're gonna win. Well, you bet 150, you'll win 100 on that bet. -150. So
yeah, or if you wanted to do the Packers money line with it.
Oh yeah, you would parlay. Let's see what that looks like. If we took that game there, let's go up, put it back on the screen. So we're talking parlays now. You really can lose your money quick with us here. So we're going parlays. We're going to take the Packers money line and the anytime TD.
You clicked on the spread,
All right,
-6.
all right, never mind. We're going to go over here. Packers money line and Emmanuel. Where is he?
Should be at the top.
Yep, no, he's right here. It's backwards for some reason. He's way down here.
The hell is your app doing?
I don't know. So 100 would win 205 if you took the Packers money line. You see, I can't bet. I have $0, but if I was going to be able to bet, I would be able to bet 100 to win 205 if I take Emmanuel Wilson anytime TD and the Packers -300 at home money line. But if you bet the opposite of that, you would win more money. So keep that in mind.
Yeah, I really like Emmanuel Wilson today. He's looked really good. You know, he's not Josh Jacobs, but the guy is a dual threat running back and catch the ball out of the backfield. The Packers love giving the ball to the running back every play because they're scared to give the ball to Jordan Love.
Yeah, he hasn't played a good season. He's not playing
No.
well. It's going to probably be shitty outside, so there'll be a lot of running.
Yep.
All right, there's your first parlay of the day.
Oh boy.
Packers money line and Emmanuel Wilson anytime TD, courtesy of K9. All right, game 3, and I'm going to pick an upset in this game. The Colts at Kansas City. Kansas City is -3.5. I'm taking the Colts. I'm taking the Colts to cover, and I'm taking the Colts to send it in and beat Kansas City at home.
Okay, so this is where we're gonna have our first disagreement here.
Okay.
I'm going with Guido on this one. You know, Guido
loves the Chiefs.
Oh, he loves the Chiefs.
He loves Mahomes. Right? Always betting on him.
I got him the Mahomes jersey for Christmas last year. He wears it every Sunday.
And they lost in the Super Bowl that year. What happened?
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
You're taking the Chiefs -3.5?
I really like the Chiefs money line. I feel like the Chiefs are going to win this game by 2 points, maybe 3. So the 3.5 scares me.
Okay.
But if I had to pick a spread, I'm going to take the Chiefs as well, anyways, if I had to. But I really like Chiefs money line at -200. Listen, this is a playoff game for the Chiefs. We've seen Patrick Mahomes win a Super Bowl on one leg.
Yeah.
They're on a losing streak right now. They need this win. The Colts could use the win, but the Colts are in a really good spot right now. This isn't a make or break game for them.
No, they lost, but they lost last week, right?
They did, but they're still in first in their division. And
but this is to me, that's a big game for them. They're coming off a loss, and the Chiefs most likely, even with a bet, if the Super Bowl usually goes through Kansas City, even if they squeak into the playoffs, you have to play the Chiefs in the playoffs. They're tough. So my thought here is, I know that owner of the Colts is on the sideline. That lady's on the sideline all the time taking notes. And to me, this is Daniel Jones, the hype. He gets run out of New York. He's been playing great. William, obviously, JT up there, Jonathan Taylor's a monster on the ground.
Yeah.
So this is this is a good one. This is a big game for both teams, I think. But I think I like the Colts, man. I like the Colts to go get an upset.
Actually, the Colts are coming off of a bye week, so this could be even actually better. And they actually won the game before their bye week.
Where the fuck did they lose?
They lost to the Steelers on November 2nd. They beat the Falcons in overtime.
That's right.
In Europe, wherever the hell they played, Spain, Germany. Yeah.
All right. So the bye week Colts versus Chiefs. Chiefs have to have a win.
That's why I really like the Chiefs. I mean, Mahomes in these make or break situations, I feel like, are just you can't bet against them.
All right. We got here's another massive college line. We have the abominable New York Jets at Baltimore Ravens, and the Ravens are getting 13.5. Or I'm sorry, the Ravens are giving 13.5. So it's -13.5 for the Ravens at home. So another same as the first game. The Ravens have to win by 2 touchdowns for you to win. If you take them, I hate these big lines, man. I hate them.
I know, I do too. I usually stay away from them. It's like one of my unwritten rules is you just don't mess with it because you don't want to tease it. I mean, if you tease it, that makes it better.
Yeah, but still 3.5, and then field goal, you lose.
Yeah, I mean, I stay away from games like this. And then the money lines are so bad. Even if you're adding them on parlays, it's not worth it. -1,300, just stay away.
Yeah,
just
stay away.
It's
if
not
we
worth
had to
it.
pick, though, we're going down the line. We have to pick.
Yes.
It's wintertime. I'm going to take the Jets to cover.
Well, I don't know if this matters to you or affects it. It might actually help your decision. Justin Fields is no longer the starter of the Jets for now. It's Tyrod Taylor.
All right, Ravens to Ravens to cover. I did not know that. Ravens, yeah. No,
That's why, that's
Fields
why I'm
out of
also
it. Did they
taking the
pull him? Was
Ravens.
he hurt?
They just pulled him.
All right.
The owner, Woody Johnson, hates Justin Fields. He's publicly ridiculed him in press conferences. I mean, Justin Fields, he is what he is. I don't think he's passed for 200 yards like
Money
all
Field.
year. Maybe not even 150. He's a runner. He's a one read guy. If his one guy isn't open on his read, he takes off running.
What did you tell me when they drafted him? When the Bears drafted him? That was
Listen, listen, whoever the Bears draft,
is go to
I
the
automatically is going to be the next big thing.
Yeah.
And as a Bears fan, that's just how you got to be because it's been so much heartbreak over the years. We're like Cowboys fans.
Yeah,
This our year. You know, I'm still saying it. Do I really think this is our year? No. But you
They're
say it.
good. They're playing good.
They are.
I mean, the Giants gave one away. They've gotten lucky a couple of times. Last year, I'd say they're playing good, and the Bears are not. They're not getting the luck against them like last year with the Hail Mary and all that stuff. They're getting the luck in their favor, where stuff's bouncing their way this year
Yes.
instead of. And that's maybe a team thing. You're, karma. I believe in karma. Like teams staying together, new coach, they're playing better. Things just happen to bounce you, and you're playing the fucking Giants. You're expecting them to melt down at any moment. I mean, and it happened. All right,
We're not used to this.
another absolute disaster. Seattle at Tennessee. Tennessee is getting it's plus 12.5. Tennessee. I wouldn't touch this game with a fucking 10-foot pole if I didn't have to.
Nope. Another, like I said, unwritten rule. When you see these point spreads like this, you just stay away. Same thing with the money lines. It's not worth it to add it on a
Teams
parlay.
don't play each other hardly ever. It's the West Coast team going east to a team that sucks. It is an ugly game.
Yeah, I will say that the Titans have been looking a lot better. They almost pulled out the win last week. It seems like they're coming together a little bit, but I mean, once again, you can't really bank on the Titans doing anything.
I guess
Cam Ward hasn't looked really any good either.
Terrible. Yeah, I'm gonna take Seattle. If I had to pick I'm gonna take Seattle minus 12.5.
Oh gosh, this is such a tough one to pick. I don't know why, but something's telling me if I had to, I think I would take the Titans plus 12.5.
Yeah.
When I looked at this and we did the podcast Monday, the Titans, I think we're at plus 14. So this goes to show you what you brought up earlier of people were hammering the plus 14 and a half, and now it's all the way down to plus 12.5 to get people to bet on Seattle. So maybe that's going to tell you that maybe some people, the big money guys are putting their money on Tennessee for a reason. And probably a lot of it is they looked good last week.
I was there until you just said Cam Ward's name, and I thought about looking at him run around the field, throwing incomplete passes. And he was what? He was like the guy. Everybody, Giants should have took him. I think the Giants made a great decision in who they drafted by taking Dart. But these guys that everybody hypes up, it's like this guy doesn't look like he's it, man. And I mean, look at Dart. Dart took a disaster. That team sucks. And he's the only person to score 30 points, I think, against the Bears and the Broncos and the Eagles this year. So it's like two better defenses. I'm a
diehard. I don't know if anybody on here knows this, but I'm a diehard Bears fan and a diehard Miami fan. I watch every Miami game. Obviously, I'm a diehard fan. Last year, I watched every game of Cam Ward's, and I never put him even in like the top 3 of the quarterbacks coming out. I felt like he held the ball way too long. I mean, that was obviously his biggest downfall. He runs around too much. He's too nonchalant. He's got a rocket cannon of an arm, but he just
doesn't look. Man, you can see I guess like Fields, those run first quarterbacks just don't get it done. It doesn't seem like they can adjust to the pocket presence because the second they feel any pressure, instead of just popping up, moving around a little bit, feeling it out, and then they're throwing the ball on the run. They throw it a lot too. A lot of them, what happens is they run a lot, then the coach says, hey, you're running too much. So they scramble out of the pocket, stay behind the line of scrimmage, and then try to throw like an off-balance sidearm pass, and it's not accurate. And it's just, yeah.
Yeah, I agree with Kenny on that. He has a great mindset. He's great mentally, but holding the ball too long. And he's really not even a run first quarterback. He's more of he just wants to run east west
Yes.
and wait for a guy to get open.
Yeah.
He usually doesn't take off. He's pretty slow
Yeah. And
for
that's
being
where
a black quarterback. He
yeah,
is,
yeah,
but
he's not. Well, and then just it's so hard, and obviously quarterbacks are the number one. Everybody's looking for a quarterback. They're the
yeah,
top drafted people. Then you think about it though, like they don't ever. A lot of them don't pan out. It's just
yeah,
they put so much weight in a quarterback, and it's a college system that's designed for 4 years exactly how they like it. They're playing they're playing teams that are high school quality teams, and it's like the guy has 500 yards, and it's like, oh, this guy's great. I think Arch Manning's getting exposed now a little bit more by being more popular and playing some good teams, and
yeah,
a year they wanted to come out as a freshman, and now it's like this guy may not be as good as we thought. Like, it's
yeah.
tough to gauge. Like, I didn't really pay much attention to Jackson Dart. Knew who he was, and knew he don't miss like Eli. And then it was like, now they drafted a guy in the first round. He's a freaking white quarterback. Dude, I don't know. Like, everybody wants to have running black quarterback. That's what I always think, like Lamar Jackson, or a guy that's going to be able to do multiple things. And smaller guy, but he's pocket presence. I think what sets him aside. He doesn't get nervous in the pocket. He's constantly looking downfield, and he's able to move around. And he doesn't get down because he's fucking concussion every damn week. But all right, the next one's your big one. The
Yes.
Steelers at Chicago. The Bears are -2.5 at home. Aaron Rodgers playing?
Aaron Rodgers has announced he is not playing. This just broke about 20, 30 minutes ago.
Who's Rudolph?
Mason Rudolph is going to be the starter. Yes.
I'm taking the Bears to cover at home. No Aaron Rodgers. That's pretty easy to me.
I'm going to take the Bears. Shout out Nicole. I see that you're watching this. Love you, Nicole. Bear down. We love our Bears. Listen, I think Aaron Rodgers is scared. And here's why. I think this is the first time in his long career that he actually was scared to go into Chicago, go into Soldier Field, and he's scared to get his ass whooped. He would no longer own Chicago. Let me tell you something, Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
You are no longer going to own Chicago, and you knew that, and that's why you did not want to play this game. Bears are banged up on defense. I get that. But if you watch the interview of Aaron Rodgers, he wants bygones to be bygones. Let's just let it go. He's on the Steelers now. We ain't letting shit go, bro. Discount, double check. You own Chicago, flicking off little kids. Nah, bro. This ain't ever gonna leave. I will hate you till the day I die. You know what I'm saying? I don't wish any harm upon you, but I wanted harm to happen today. I wanted you to come into Soldier Field. I wanted Montez Sweat to rub his sweaty nutsack all over your face, you piece of shit, and you're scared. So you're better off on the sideline.
He took the discount double check and sat out. What was the injury?
His wrist. His poor little wrist.
Non-throwing hand, right?
Yeah, on his non-throwing hand.
Yeah. So you're taking the Bears?
Bear down, baby.
Bear down. Bear down. All right. Now we have a game that I don't know if anybody even cares to watch. You could probably just skip over this one. The Jacksonville Jaguars at the Arizona Cardinals. Somebody's got to win. Like, I guess they could tie. I don't care for either. I'm going to take the Jags on the road -2.5. I think they're going to win on a long field goal.
Listen, going back to last week, the Jags blew out the Chargers, okay?
Yeah. Yes.
I think that was the biggest surprise of the week last week. I mean, the Chargers, people at the beginning of the year were saying this is a Super Bowl team. Harbaugh, Herbert's looking like an MVP. They got Keenan Allen back, Khalil Mack on the defense. The Jags made the Chargers look terrible.
Yes.
And I was really surprised by that. Now, Arizona with Jacoby Brissett now, instead of midget Kyler Murray they are a lot better. Whole lot better. Kyler Murray is a bust. He sucks. He needs to go back to playing Call of Duty.
Yeah, he's too small.
I really, what I do like in this game? I like the over. I like the over 47.
Let's get that out. We haven't talked about that. Let me go back there, get this going. Where's that game at?
The over-under is 47 right now. And I hate when the over-under is a solid number. And I think that's why that Vegas is doing this, is because I think a lot of people were hammering this over. I don't know what it started at. I want to say it started at 45.5. So now it's all the way up to 47. Don't quote me on it, but
You
I think
wanted
that's
to,
what it was on
you wanted to
Monday.
go over. You're over.
I
You're
still
over.
think it's going to go over. I think
Yeah.
if I like 50 points total at least in this game.
So
Arizona can put up points. They don't have a good defense. Jacoby Brissett is a gunslinger. He's going to throw picks. He's going to throw touchdowns. The Jags defense has been pretty solid this year, but their offense has been pretty good as well. Etienne's been running the ball like a dog. Trevor Lawrence is starting to look a lot better. I don't think Brian Thomas Jr. is coming back in this game. No, he's not. But they do have Jacoby Myers now from the Raiders. Parker Washington's great. Tootin, I really like too. Another running back, young running back that's on the Jags. I think this game could go over 47.
all right.
But
So,
I really like the Jags -2. I think the Jags
I
are winning
think
this game.
if you're going to take the point, if you're going to take the over and you go to the parlay, it only pays $15 or $20 more to do the -2. So if you take the money line, Jags money line, and the over, 100 wins 310. That's a solid bet.
Yeah, I like the over in this game.
Yeah,
I do.
Jags to win straight up. It only changes the line. It only changes the money by $20. You're better off taking the Jags money line over 47. 100 pays 310. You heard it here first. You can be $310 richer today. All you have to do is listen to us. All right. So we both take the Jags. What do we got next?
Game of the week, baby.
No, I guess skip one. There's one more before it. Browns.
No, this is what I'm talking about.
This is the game of the week.
This is the game of the week, baby.
The betting game. The betting. Hold on. I got the game of the week hat. Hold on.
Oh my gosh.
This is the take it to the beach. Send it in. You're going to enjoy the sunshine. This is the game of the week. This game is so easy. You can put your hat on. Yep, here it comes. This is the game of the week.
Game of the week hat.
All right.
Game of the week.
So we're on to the game of the week. If you're listening and you're watching, this is where you put your beach hat on. You see the birds at the beach. This is why we got the beach hat and the bird. You take your easy money, you go over to the beach, and you cool out in a nice, easy victory. Browns at Raiders. Raiders are -3.5. Tell me how we're making our money.
Let me ask you this question. Is Shador Sanders a mattress?
He's bad, dude. He's bad.
Is Shador Sanders a mattress?
Is he starting?
Answer this question. Is Shador Sanders a mattress?
Yeah. He's flat on his back.
Why is everybody sleeping on my dog, Shador mattress?
You're taking him? The lowest rated
Shador Sanders. Listen. Shador Sanders
oh boy,
is who I had ranked at #1 coming out of college.
Oh
this
boy.
dude is a dog. He is
Oh
the
boy.
son of primetime Sanders.
Oh boy.
I don't understand why everybody's sleeping on him. This guy was projected by Mel Kiper to be the #1 quarterback coming out of college. Pocket presence, pocket passer. He's going to win this game in his NFL debut. The Cleveland Browns defense, Myles Garrett is a dog. He's going to have Geno Smith on his ass. This is the lock of the week. Browns.
Send it in.
Send it in. Browns, money line to the bank. Shador Sanders is going to win his debut. Everyone's going to go nuts. I'm more excited about this game, I think, almost than the Bears. I mean, we're getting prime time, baby. Let's go.
Win at the Raiders. Lock. Write it down. Of the week. So tomorrow night at 7 p.m. you can tune into Counterculture Sports with K9, and you will be able to let him know if his lock of the week is a winner or not. I'm taking off the lock of the week hat. You're going to take that bet. You can take it straight to the beach.
Listen, you could take even the 3 points, and you could get 3.5 right now too if you want.
Let's look at that money
line.
line.
Low scoring game.
Check it out. All right. So
the money line's plus 145.
So we're going 100 pays 245. You win $145 on a $100 bet. K9 says it's the lock, super lock of the week.
Okay, now I might be hyping up Shador Sanders maybe a little too much right now in the Browns, but let's just remember that they're playing the Raiders. I think the Raiders are bad. The Raiders might be the worst team in the NFL. Geno Smith is just terrible. The defense is horrendous besides for Crosby. You know, their offense, I can't run the ball. Their line's terrible. Geno Smith throws 100 picks. I mean, Myles Garrett's having arguably the best season of all time as a pass rusher right now. The guy's averaging like 4 or 5 sacks a game. The Raiders line is terrible.
Yeah.
Garrett's going to be up his ass, dude. As long as Sanders puts up 14 points this week, I think the Browns win this game. The over-under is 36. They're telling you it's going to be a low-scoring game. It's going to be a defensive battle, and I think Shador can spread the field, throw the ball downfield. Watch out for Jerry Jeudy to get over on his receiving yards, or Tillman. I'm telling you, man, Sanders can throw it down the field. He's way better than Dylan Gabriel. Gabriel is a midget and can't throw it over 10 yards.
Lock of the week.
Lock of the week. Take the 3.5 if you want.
The first lock of the week. There it is. Now we're going to the game that I thought was the game of the week. I was misunderstood. What everybody's probably watching, though, is the Philadelphia Eagles at the surging and suddenly hot Dallas Cowboys. In Dallas, the Cowboys are still getting 3 at home against the Super Bowl champion Eagles. This is another sucker game that I wouldn't want to touch with a 10-foot pole.
Mm-hmm.
Dallas can score. Eagles have a good defense. Barkley's been an absolute bust this season because I picked him number 1 in my fantasy draft. What's his name? The receiver is pissed off.
A.J. Brown.
A.J. Brown's mad. He wanted to get traded last year. He's still there. Eagles tush pushes under controversy. Dak can sling it. This is one of those. Oh man, it's so tough to pick against Dallas at home the way they've been playing. I think I would, if I had to pick with the spread, I would take Dallas plus the 3 at home.
Wow,
in a tight game.
This is such a tough game to pick. Dallas is looking good, but listen, let's remember who they played last week. They played the Raiders, who I just predicted and projected to lose to the Browns. So everybody that's saying Cowboys are back, they're hot, this is our year again, let's go, they're going to win the division. You guys beat the Raiders, okay? Anybody's going to look good against the Raiders. You could have me out there at quarterback. I would probably look good against the Raiders defense. I'm going to go Philly. Listen, I'm going Philly. The tush push is just unstoppable. And not just that. The Eagles defense is just unreal. Their defense is great. Their defensive line is great. The Cowboys are not going to be able to run the ball at all in this game. No. I don't think Javonte Williams gets, what's his rushing yard prop? It's probably pretty low. It's going to be really hard to run the ball against the Eagles. He's at 65.5. Under. Bet the under on 65.5 rushing yards. They're going to make Dallas throw the ball. Dak can do it, but I like the Eagles in this game. The Eagles they're the best team in the NFL to me right now. I just wouldn't pick against them right now. Even with all the drama and dilemma, they find a way to win. They're just too stacked. They're good in the trenches, offensively, defensive line. A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Barkley, Hurts. I think everybody's getting a little too excited about the Cowboys beating the Raiders. Now, if the Cowboys were getting 6.5, 7.5, I'd really like probably the Cowboys, but at 3 points, hell no. That's too low.
What is where's that at? Where's the rushing yards with Barkley at? 75. Yeah. Dallas' defense is bad.
Dallas's defense is bad. They did look better, but once again, they played the Raiders last week. So everything is getting everybody's just going crazy over all that. They're getting a lot of respect from beating the Raiders.
Did you see the ending of that game where there was some controversy on Lamb dropping that touchdown? That would have put the game over.
I fell asleep. I did not.
On the last the last offensive play of the game that mattered, Dallas went for it, and Lamb there was blown coverage, and Lamb was wide open at the 5-yard line. All you have to do is catch it and turn and go in. And he dropped it. And some people were saying, "Man, that's a very suspicious drop because if he catches it and walks in the end zone, he goes over. The game goes over." So a little bit of with all the gambling controversies going on. So here's another game that I don't think anybody on earth cares about, but the Falcons at the Saints. The Saints are -1.5. I don't even know. They're both bad. I think Cousins is playing now, right?
Yes, Michael Penix is out for the
Yeah.
year. Something
Knee
about
injury,
his
right?
ACL again.
Yeah. I'll take the Falcons to beat the Saints. I like Kurt.
I'm also going to take Atlanta, and the main reason is probably just because of Bijan Robinson. Bijan is probably the best running back in the league. I would just honestly hand it off to him every play.
Yeah.
I don't know if Raheem Morris can get that through his thick skull, that stupid ass. But the Saints, they're starting Tyler Shuck. Kamara is questionable. It seems like they're in tank mode right now. So
Yeah, done.
I wouldn't pick a team that looks like they're trying to tank to win a game.
Yeah.
So,
all right, Sunday night tonight we have a really good game. I think a lot of people are going to be watching to see who's for real. Tampa Bay at the Rams. Rams are getting or -7 at home. I hate that money line. The Rams are on. The Rams look like a Super Bowl winner. The Rams are on fire. They're home. It's tough. Bucks got to travel across the country. Oh, man, I think the Rams are going to win. I think the Rams are going to win by about 14.
wow.
I'm taking the Rams -7. I think that the Rams are just too hot. Tampa started out very hot, but have very cooled off.
Yeah.
And I think the Rams are a machine in the NFC.
Before the season started, as you brought up, I host Counterculture Sports every Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern. If you're not on it, get on it. Sipo and I, we did our preseason rankings of the NFC, and I had the Rams at number 1. I think the Rams, I predicted and projected them to be the best team in the NFL and in the NFC. Stacked all the way around. Matt Stafford, Puka, great front seven on defense. Their defensive line might be one of the best in the NFL. I really like the Rams. If I had to pick money lines, I'm going with the Rams, but the 7 points is scaring me. I really like Tampa. I think Tampa is due for a good game. They have Chris Godwin coming back. That's going to be another target for Baker to throw to. I would tease it if I could, another 0.5 to 7.5 Tampa, because I think the Rams win this game, but I have them winning it 34-30. The Rams have been winning some close games. They almost lost last week to the Colts on a last-second field goal, or Seattle, on a last-second field goal. I think the Rams win this game, but I really like Tampa with the points if I had to choose.
All right. And then Monday night, another miserable game.
Yeah, wow.
Carolina at the 49ers.
This actually, let's hold on a second. This actually isn't a miserable game. I think Carolina is surprising a lot of people this year. They have a winning record. If like we just said, if Tampa loses this game to the Rams and Carolina wins Monday night, I think Carolina might be tied for first in this division. I don't think any of us seen this coming. Bryce Young had the game of his career last week. I think he threw for 420 yards and like 4 touchdowns. Phenomenal game from Bryce Young. Tet McMillan is a dog at receiver. He looks great. You have Uncle Rico running the ball. Chuba coming off the bench. I mean, their line's pretty good. The defense is playing good for Carolina. I think Carolina isn't a miserable team to watch anymore.
Yeah, they're playing better. They're definitely playing better. San Francisco at home. Purdy's back. I mean, night game, another across the country travel. I think San Francisco wins by. I think San Francisco covers. I'm going with San Francisco to cover the 7. You're going to cover.
This is a tough one too.
Yeah, it is.
Once again, money line, San Francisco all day. I think I would take San Francisco money line. But with the points, man, I'm going to go Carolina. San Francisco hasn't really looked that good. Who's going to be the quarterback? Is it Mac Jones? Is it Brock Purdy? I don't know if they've announced it yet. They usually pull Brock Purdy late. You know how Shanahan is. He bullshits about everything. He says this guy's going to play, then he switches it last minute, and this guy's playing, that guy's playing. I mean, he plays McCaffrey when they're up by 40 points with 2 minutes left in the game. So a lot of things he's just crazy about.
Yeah, he does. I
don't ever understood that.
He blew the Super Bowl against the
twice.
Yeah, he blew the Super Bowl the first time against the Patriots when he was the offensive coordinator up in Atlanta, and just stopped playing football. He did blow it again
against the Chiefs.
Yeah, he just, I don't know. He kind of reminds me that his demeanor reminds me of the guy in Miami. They're kind of odd. They walk
Yeah.
around, they're like in it, but not, and then it seems like something happens and they just fall apart when it gets critical. Like they can play really good and then they just lose, something snaps and they just lose their mind. Dan Campbell, I'd still rather have that kind of guy that's like, fuck it. Like, we're going for, you don't want to lose a game. Obviously last year it was tough in the playoffs, but you know what you're getting with the Shanahan guy. One week he acts a certain way, then it seems like last week affected this week. Dan Campbell's across the board. He's going to do it every week.
Yeah.
Shanahan sometimes I think overthinks. He looks like a very intelligent guy. He's a football guy. Started very young, but looks like he plays him or coaches himself out of wins a lot of times.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I hate to say this and use this word, but I think the word that you're kind of saying and what I'm thinking is douchebag.
Yeah.
Listen, if you're up by 40 points and it's a regular season game and there's 2-3 minutes left in the game, you take Christian McCaffrey out of the game.
Yeah.
Okay, you don't need to be a douchebag and run up the score another 7 points and then he tears his ACL and he's out again. Someone who's had some of the worst injuries we've ever seen, and he's one of the best running backs we've ever seen as well.
Yeah.
Get him out of the game, put the backups in. Who are you trying to impress, bro? Like your wife? Like, because you're not impressing none of us. Once again, I just think you're even more of a douchebag. You're a choke artist anyways. I mean, if you want to prove us wrong, do something in the playoffs, not week 7 against the Raiders when you're up by 40 points and you have McCaffrey still in the game and you're running halfback draws every play. I mean, he's a dumbass, dude.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Mustard's got a lock, 28-3. Which game is 28-3?
He's bringing up the choke against the Falcons.
Yeah. I'll be honest, that was bad. It was bad.
Dude, once again, like, bro, you're up 28-3. That's when you run the ball. He has Matt Ryan dropping back every play because he wants to run up the score and be a douchebag. And you blew the Super Bowl doing that, you idiot.
They threw that pass to Brady and he dropped it. Remember that little pass they tried and Brady dropped it? And it was just like, that's when I was like, this game's over. Like, Atlanta's got this game wrapped up. And then they just they choked. They choked bad. But I think he coached himself out of a Super Bowl. And how does he, at some point you're like, how does this guy keep getting a job? Or how does he keep his job when it's like, going in, even if he goes all the way back to it, it's like, man, this guy's got a terrible record in the Super Bowl.
He can't get out of his own way. The guy is the smartest, maybe with Ben Johnson now, is the smartest offensive mind I've probably seen in my lifetime of watching football. He's great. I'm not going to hate on him about that. He is great, but he can't get out of his own way. Bro, sometimes you got to let your ego go. If you would have ran the ball the rest of that second half against New England, you guys would have won the Super Bowl. But he's trying to run up the score. He's letting his pride get in the way, and he has Matt Ryan dropping back when you're up 28-3. Bro, hand the ball off, dude. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't take a genius. He lets his pride get in the way too much. Way too much.
Yeah. It sucks. And he comes from his dad won the Super Bowl, he's got that bloodline, but he doesn't seem to have that same. He's a choke artist. It's tough to say it, but all right. Just a slight look ahead. You'll probably focus on it more. I'm going to look ahead because I won't be on tomorrow night, but to look ahead to the games on Thursday for Thanksgiving, because there won't be another you and I before Thanksgiving. The Thanksgiving slate is Packers at Lions. That's a monster game. Packers are getting 3 at home. I'm not even going to pick them. I'm just going to go over them. Chiefs and Cowboys. Chiefs at Cowboys. That's another monster game. I mean, those 2 games there could have some huge implications on the season. And then the last one, Thursday night, 8:20, when you're fat and happy on your turkey and your first 2 games lost, you have the Bengals and Ravens. Not interested in that one. All right.
There's also a Black Friday game again too. Yeah, Bears in Philly. Bears and the Eagles.
In Philly?
I think so, yes. And listen, the Bears and the Eagles right now, we're brothers. We're amigos. We're hermanos.
We're brothers.
The Eagles beat all of the NFC North teams, and the Bears beat all of the NFC East teams. So right now, we're butt buddies. And listen, this is going to be the determining game, because if the Bears beat the Eagles, they go undefeated against the NFC East. If the Eagles beat the Bears, they swept the NFC North. So this is a big game on Black Friday. It should be good. Once you're done shopping I mean, does anybody go Black Friday shopping anymore? Or is it just all Amazon?
We used to have details at the sheriff's office, all those, but now everybody just gets it on Amazon.
Maybe we could go to the Vero Mall and find some good deals.
No, there's not a single deal at the Vero Mall. I don't even.
Books A Million and the arcade.
And the chocolate place and the arcade. Yeah, the Vero Mall is our local mall is it died. So
does it stink?
Oh, it's terrible. Terrible. All right, I think that's it. Before I go, 1 second. Let me pull up my Instagram. Oh my God, all kind of people call me.
Mustard said he was trying to log into his Hard Rock app and it won't let him in. Maybe he filled out the waiver.
He must have filled out the waiver.
Pete NJ, I need a good cheese stick today. I know a great place in Vero. Caps. Go there.
Local. All right. Before I go, on a more serious note, I gotta get rid of this one. Stop screen sharing. All right. A couple days ago on the 21st of November, one of my good friends and coworkers that I worked my entire life with, Terry Sweeting Mashcow, was killed in the line of duty. Shot and killed. The suspect later died, but holidays are coming up. There'll be some GoFundMe stuff. If anybody listening, please stay tuned for that. I'm not sure on the funeral arrangements yet, but you know, somebody close here to our family, somebody that was at my 30th birthday party when I turned 30, worked my whole career with her, serving an eviction, and she was shot and killed in the line of duty. You know, I've been a cop for 23 years, and I have an app that shows everybody killed in the line of duty, and you know, you see them pop up, you read about them, and it sucks. But when you actually know the person, it does hurt like family. I can tell you the moment I found out and the feeling I had was something I didn't know I wasn't prepared for, and I didn't realize how upsetting it was going to be. And I mean, it just, you don't think it's real, and then you start reflecting and thinking and about all the calls you went on together and all the times you sat door to door in the morning talking about your personal lives and everything going on. You build a bond with people that you work with that long. Why I say that is there'll be a lot of memorials and a lot of stuff going on and reflections. Do the things now. My advice to that is do them now while the people are still alive. So bury hatchets, talk to your friends, call your mom, call your dad. If you got any beef in your family, your friends, if they mean that much to you, do it now, because you don't know when that last conversation is going to take place, and you don't know when, you know, she did 25 years and I think 16 days or 19 days, and she was eligible to retire, and she never got a chance. And she has a teenage daughter, a young daughter, that will never get to see her mother at her wedding and all those other things that come with this type of thing. So just keep her in your prayers, thoughts and family in your prayers. She was a very, very, very good person, very big heart. And my message to everybody is don't let her die and just be another statistic on a memorial page. Do something in your own life to better your own life, and stay close with your family and friends, and make it matter while people are alive. So that's my wisdom of the week. And I appreciate everybody who's reached out to me and all that stuff. And it's more about, like I said, learn something from it, take something from it positive, and that's that. So you will be on tomorrow at 7.
Tomorrow at 7.
I got all the locks written down. Maybe I'll pop in for 5 minutes. We can go over who was more right, who was more wrong. But let me see. All right. Delete the app if you're losing money. Don't forget 1-800-GAMBLING. Don't be like me. You'll probably be able to come on tomorrow and tell us that we got every game wrong, or at least me. So tomorrow night,
I've been really cold too. So 7
p.m. on Counterculture Sports on YouTube, and we will be back every week, except you're going to have to host in December when I'm on the cruise. We'll be back every week, 11:45 for the locks with Copville and K9, where you're going to learn how to bet with us or bet against us. One of them is going to make you a lot of money. Send us away.
Diamonds on my neck, gold in my girl, and I'm riding with a clip. Holla at the club, cause the diamonds on my neck. Gold in my girl, and I'm riding with a clip. Gold in my girl, I gotta holla at the club.